There are other people I know, and I know the names of, but except for them, I kind of don't really necessarily care about them that much. It's like
I have a feeling if you talk to me in like 2 weeks, I might care a little more about someone, but right now, no one has caught my attention at all.
I was the only one that I give any craps about are what's her name, Daria, the MMA fighter, because that seems like the kind of prospect that you would want them to pick up, somebody who actually gives a shit about like the fighting aspect of it, and isn't just trying to get their model/actor's career kicked off. I was super disappointed when Mike Hayes had to drop out because he looked fantastic, and it was.
I'm sure they'll pick him up later. To be honest, so we'll see about all of that.
It was especially sad just because, it wasn't a limitation of him. That's a limitation in the prosthetic technology and the way that it works, especially for amputees who have amputations where the bones are closer to the skin. There's not a whole lot you can do to not have a lot of pressure on that in the way that prosthetics work right now, because it's basically just a hard plastic sleeve that sticks on your leg, and then it's like walking on stilts.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sure we'll see him again.
I hope so. I really hope so. He was really good.
And again, I think that's what this whole show is about. It's not necessarily about who won or anything. It's about kind of just getting some interest, filling some time, showing some people off. Maybe we find somebody
trying to get them over.
Market, yeah. And that's why, again, ZZ is the clear favorite right now, just because, he's physically not very fit. He's not doing that well in the challenges, but again, he's just his general personality and him just being him. And he's not even trying to be a character or anything. That's just kind of who he is. And people are responding to it pretty heavily. So, that's, and he says some funny stuff too. But
yeah, he does. All right, guys, let's. I'm hungry. You guys want some ice cream?
No.
Would you prefer some sort of frozen banana treat?
No, I would prefer ice that's been shredded finely and dolloped in syrup.
All right, we can do that. Yanko, what do you want?
I want Italian ice.
Which is exactly what, yeah.
Drive-through.
With the ratings this week, Swerve, it's me. Impact drew 369,000, up from last week's 347,000. Ring of Honor managed 185,000, up from last week's 172,000, so both up for the week. SmackDown drew 2.496 million viewers, up from last week's 2.466 million viewers. Raw drew 3.462 million viewers, down 6% from last week's 3.67 million viewers, lowest audience of the year so far. And Tough Enough averaged 1.047 million viewers, down 13% from the premiere with 1.209 million viewers, which is down 63% from the debut of the 5th season, hosted by Steve Austin. Mind you, people were a lot more excited about the Tough Enough, with Steve Austin, and it was after a long while, so it's not terribly surprising that it's down so much. Alright, With the birthdays, it's Yank of DDS.
Happy birthday time! On the 25th, there's Bobby Blaze, Layla, Haruki Goto.
Hiroki.
Yeah. Damn it! Mark Haskins. On the 26th is J.J. Dillon. On the 28th, Hide and Rape. On the 29th, Serena Deeb. On the 30th, Alicia Fox, Terry Funk, and Stardust. Going into July on the 1st, we have that's today. Abysmal Negro, Yoshitatsu, El Honki. Wait a minute. There's something about that name.
Got him.
God damn it, you got it.
Oh, you just got swerved.
Oh.
By the way, that swerved show is actually not that bad.
That Swerve show is funny.
Well,
funny.
it's got Spike Jones behind it.
So some of the segments are kind of stupid, like when they're interviewing and the interviewer starts with a really obvious fart machine going off, but other times I think it's
my favorite part was the Alex Riley bit.
The one I really wanted to see was the bit where they had the old lady go up and interrupt Mean Gene when he thought he was live on the air. Because Mean Gene seems like the kind of guy that would have none of that fucking nonsense.
No, he really wasn't. He was like, what the hell is this? This will work? What's going on?
Which is so good.
Where was I? On the second, Bret the Hitman Hart and Babyface Charles Robinson. On the third, Shinya Hashimoto. Also on the third, Johnny Swinger. On the fourth, we have Sid Vicious and Barry Windham. And finally on the fifth, Jamie Dundee, Adam Cole, Jerry Sags, and Tatsuhito Takaiwa.
And now it is time for This Week in Wrestling with Mega BR.
Yes, this week in wrestling history. Or no, in fact, it's time for Last Week in Wrestling History. Circa 1964, where Tokyo Tom defeats Joe Blanchard to win the NWA Texas Heavyweight title in Houston, Texas. Jump to 1993, where WWF shot 2 episodes of Monday Night Raw at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center. In Poughkeepsie, New York, the big rematch between Razor Ramon and the 1-2-3 Kid was held after the infamous upset win on the May 17th show, due to Ramon offering $10,000 to Kid to participate. After a near fall following a moonsault, Kid simply grabbed the sack full of money and ran straight out of the arena into a running car, causing a no contest. Marty Jannetty also defeated Doink the Clown in a 2 out of 3 falls match that went over 20 minutes. And in 2001, New Jersey State Legislature passed a law banning what they termed extreme wrestling, trying to outlaw the brand of deathmatch wrestling promoted by CZW and Jersey All Pro Wrestling. Despite this, WWF's King of the Ring featured a match between Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon that involved real broken glass. However, according to the bill, it did not regulate professional wrestling and distinguished it from so-called extreme wrestling. And that was This Week in Wrestling History.
Alright, so some happy trails here. Happy trails to Nicole Bass, who's been arrested for allegedly shoplifting more than $1,000 in goods from a Queens, New York store. And happy trails, sadly, to Nature Boy Buddy Landau, who passed away at the age of 53. Okay, so, what should we watch this week in wrestling? Yankum DDS.
Well, I didn't get to watch any wrestling hardly this week due to my travel schedule. So I'm going to watch Raw from this week. Did I miss anything good?
I'll tell you about that in a second. Hey, Omega, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Watch the Blue World Order versus the Mexicools. I can't remember which pay-per-view it is, but of course the Mexicools came out on their lawnmowers, and the Blue World Order came out on their little blue tricycle, adult tricycle things.
I'll tell you where that was in a second. Great American Bash 2005.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember that actually being a good show, from what I remember. But yeah, that's a good one. But I'm actually going to tell you guys to go watch Cesaro versus Cena from this past week's Raw, because that was pretty good.
Oh, play the noise.
Which one?
The damn it, hold on.
I gotta dumb myself out! If I can be serious for a minute.
Any of those?
Get my bags! Get my bags!
No.
I'm doing him again!
I don't know. Alright guys, we're gonna... I already played it. I already played that, like, way in the beginning. Not doing your job, obviously. Alright guys, thank you.
Found it.
That one.
Yeah, that's the one. According to F4W Online, Mike Hayes, the OVW star and war veteran who was in the tough enough tryouts but didn't make the final cut, is going to be hired by WWE. After all, they released a video of Senior Director of Talent Development Canyon Seaman. How do you say his last name? Is it Seaman? Because that doesn't seem right. Canyon. Telling Hayes that he will have an opportunity in WWE when he feels he's ready, and the company always honors its word. So, yes, we will get Mike Hayes, and it will be fantastic. I can't wait for somebody to like mistakenly put him in an ankle lock, or to put him in like a clover leaf, and he just reaches back and pops the button to release the gel sock from the leg and just rolls out of it.
That will be some funny fucking shit, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, it will.
Alright guys, thank y'all for listening. This has been Woo Get Serious. You can check us out online at smartshark.com, facebook.com/smartshark, twitter.com/smartshark, smartshark@gmail.com if you'd like to get a hold of us. You can give us a phone call, 812-408-9666, or that's 812-408-WOO. Thank y'all for listening, and we would like to wish you well in your past, present, and future endeavors.
Good night, Cleveland. Not the place in Ohio, the Seth MacFarlane character.
That's Cle Elam in Washington.